it says 2013.
All right.
15.
We're going. What's up, everybody? If I could talk.
One fuck drink.
Yeah,
Cheers, that's what I get.
We are officially on YouTube right now?
We are officially on the YouTube.
Onto the
The tube of the U.
The tube of the U.
The goo tube.
The tube bitch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's it. We have tech bitch, we have drink bitch. We no longer have a Twitch bitch. How about a tube?
Well, I mean, technically, we still could go on to Twitch, so.
Yeah, but then we have to call. We would need a Twitch snake or a tube snake or a something.
Snake? Something snake?
Yeah, snake.
All right.
I don't know. Actually, you know what I can do? The nice thing about this is I can put this. Voila. And that way I can look at the pretty green light. I feel like there's a radar gun pointed at me.
You put it there.
Oh, I should drive down the street with that fucker on my dashboard. Oh, come on. Tell me that's not cool as shit. That would look funny as hell. Better than using a hairdryer.
So the home of the people that drive in rivers and hydroelectric. No, it's really the people that drive in houses. And houses, yeah. I wouldn't go so far as the river, yeah. I definitely say the house.
Hey, there is sound, people.
Hey, all right. Good. Then we can. Then since Crystal is relaxing tonight, she can jump on our page and say, "Hey, the sound problem on Tube of the U is fixed." All right. Well, let's get the shit show started, shall we?
I'm trying to get it all up and running.
Oh.
Gotta do one last thing.
So now we're waiting on a woman.
Yeah. Again. I had to make sure everything worked. Okay. Whenever you are, tell me what.
All right, hit it. Go for it.
Oh, I gotta pull it up.
Yes, dear.
Go ahead, dear.
You want to pull it up or pull it out?
That's later.
Be advised. Graphic language about to ensue.
Promise. That seems awfully loud tonight.
Do you have your earplug in? That's probably why.
Yeah. Well, I don't use it in the morning anymore as a Bluetooth, so it lasts longer.
Okay.
And I don't have it tied in. I use this now for phone calls and this for just strictly hearing.
That's all there now?
And now with the hearing aids are taken by the
I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be our new thing. You know, 3, 2, 1, Bordeaux. Oh, wait a minute.
No, it's gotta be the left.
Bordeaux. Oh yeah, that's right. It's gonna be lefty Bordeaux.
I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty.
Well, a lefty Bordeaux works too.
A righty Bordeaux.
Why don't we just do double-fisted Bordeaux?
I don't want it.
I mean, it would work, right? I would think. So, welcome everybody. A little bit of our informalities first. 10,296 downloads. Awesome.
Is it downloads or viewers?
Well, downloads. I don't know how many listeners but enough to do 10,296 downloads, which is a hell of a lot better than we were this time 2 years ago.
Or even a year ago.
Did you want to be on YouTube? Don't matter, okay. Because I'm getting like half of you.
It's private for safety reasons.
That's half of me is perfectly fine.
Okay.
So anyway, no, we'll explain off air.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Welcome to those of you who are joining us on YouTube. Apparently, last week we had an issue.
Yeah, there was no sound.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when Crystal has to do Tech Bitch's job.
Hey, that was not my fault.
You weren't here, so...
No, you chose to go to a...
No. I didn't choose
game.
for that. She made me go to it because this little one had 3 free tickets.
How did the little one get 3 free tickets?
That's cool. Oh. So Crystal was like, hey, Paul, you're going to the Sky Carp game. Why am I going to the Sky Carp game?
Because we talked about... Jamie, plug your ears. 8 little 6-legged thingies with 20 eyes.
Yeah.
No, I was crawling out of my skin.
I don't do spiders.
I don't either. I was crawling out of my skin. Be thankful you weren't there last week. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? So, speaking of Jennifer, okay, I'm dealing with that later. God, this is going to be a little bit of a difficult episode to start with, guys. I found out recently.
Really?
Wow, do it again.
Sound effect.
Jennifer, is Trin watching too?
Yeah, she's up there.
Okay, cool. I was informed a couple nights ago that Jennifer and Trinity, 2 of our great followers, listeners, I was informed that her dad was placed in hospice the other night. This is tough for me, guys. I know this family. I did the memorial service for her brother, who I considered a brother to myself. All in all, a great family. And
I don't have tissues over here, though.
I do.
I know you do.
And I'm choking up on this. But yeah, this is gonna be difficult, guys. So just bear with me here. You can tell I consider them family.
Very much so.
So, Jennifer, I know that you had posted a GoFundMe link on your Facebook page.
Hi, Laurie.
Go ahead, and if you want, I tried sharing it, and it said the link was broken. So if you want to send that to me, I will get it to Crystal, and we'll try to get it on the Whiskey, Wine, and True Crime Facebook page. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit.
Artistic dreams enjoy the loss.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jennifer. But with
damn allergies.
yeah, no shit. Oh, and this got lotion on it.
Oh,
this is gonna be fun.
Tears
are just gonna slide right out.
Not in the eye, not in the eye.
Yeah, well, too late. With Jennifer and Trinity and her family being Native American, I thought that it would be
quite
fitting to read a Native American poem for strength. I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks to her brother's funeral when I had to read one.
Hold on. Okay,
Looking
there's
for
no...
spiders.
Yeah, no spiders.
Just because
So,
the three of us don't do spiders, so, yeah.
this is for Jennifer and Trinity and all of the Willett clan and the Iversons. Eversons. I never did ask her exactly how to pronounce their last name. Anyway.
To be honest, that just comes with time.
Yeah, and I'm just glad it's not Berto.
He had to. It's better
I
than
had
him.
to. I had to, guys. So.
Have you seen how many mispronunciations we do on last names on this goddamn show? No. No.
So anyway,
These are fish.
Yeah. This one is for my extended family. O great spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me. I come before you, one of your children. I am small and weak. I need your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make my hands respect the things you have made, my ears sharp to hear your voice. Make me wise so that I may know the things you have taught my people, the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength not to be superior to my brothers, but to be able to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me ever ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades as a fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. So, Jennifer and the family, our thoughts and prayers are with you. If you guys need anything, you know how to get a hold of Drink Bitch and I. Don't hesitate to reach out. So, that was just, I felt it needed to be done.
I'm not saying it doesn't, I didn't disagree at all. And now you gotta turn to something serious, something totally different.
Well, and honestly, the day of her brother's funeral, I did the memorial service, and then I had to drive out to Fort Atkinson and do a wedding.
Oh,
like literally an hour in between.
It's the same day I graduated college.
That's the same day she graduated college, and unfortunately, we were going to go to her graduation first, but then.
Willett had different ideas.
You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Beautiful. All right, so now we can get on with the shit show. So I have a question for you.
42.
I seen this picture.
Laurie, if you're still watching,
I seen
tell
this,
him no.
And I need to do this. And what I need is a scooter.
No.
Like a moped.
No.
Okay. And
no, you don't.
I need an old jet ski.
No, you don't.
Oh, no.
That's what
exactly.
I said. No.
That'd be fun.
You put the scooter in the jet ski and you drive it down the road.
No.
Now, how funny would that be?
And
how funny
have
would
a
it be if you had a 350 cc scooter with 70 miles an hour?
Drink and smoke on a pontoon.
Wouldn't that be fucking cool?
Load it down.
And I could wear my thong.
Oh.
With a pair of the Speedo goggles.
I got nothing.
I definitely have nothing.
If you want to see it, I'm on a jet ski.
There you go.
Come on, I put one of those little honky horns on it. I pull up in front of your house.
little
Honk,
tassels
honk.
of
Come on,
the-
Crystal, let's go to the store.
No, you gotta have one of those.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, the La Cucaracha horn.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would
That
work.
took you a minute to figure out what horn he was talking
Yeah,
about.
I know.
Hey, I'm working on switching gears.
He's trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
My daughter had a whole hot dog in her mouth just 30 seconds ago.
You learned from the best.
She learned. Beat me to it.
A little slow there, Pepper.
A little bit.
And it worked. Look at her. And that's why I said, Lori, tell him no.
She deep throats it like you.
Look at you. So hold on. Where's the orgasm stick? I have a card.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on here. Now, wait. You just told me, you just yelled at me for making fun of her daughter deep-throating a hot dog like him. Like her. And you just gave her an orgasm
drink.
stick.
Wet fuck drink.
You just gave her an orgasm stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I know it
I
is.
do have bubble wrap in my storage unit.
So anyway, moving on with the shit show.
Did he just literally moo?
Merv. Hang on. So,
Exactly.
He's
All right.
got your left hand.
Yeah, use your left
I
hand. So.
don't know if you guys have heard about this, but what the hell is she watching?
No idea. And now she gave her daughter a weapon. Not the mama.
Oh no.
Hey. Hey.
Not the mama.
Baby.
No, baby. Not the mama.
Don't, I'm gonna go get her the little frying pan.
Honey,
I
no.
got one even smaller.
I got
Layer.
that little itty bitty one hanging
I
out.
got one
Yeah, but
smaller
that's
than-
cast iron. That's how we
Oh no. I do have a cast iron one.
No.
I got one that's a regular, like,
Ask you know.
green.
So,
thing. I'm not Ellie, honey.
okay, that needs to be turned down. That's really annoying.
Navi.
It's not that loud.
It
It's
is,
not.
but it isn't. No. I'll turn it down. No, you just dropped something there.
No, you knocked my lighter down.
Well, I'm trying not to knock into a crystal. I got it. Don't worry. You got it? I got it.
That deep throat and a hot dog, is she? So, we're gonna do something a little different tonight. I'm actually running the show.
That's
shit.
gonna be a first.
I'm pulling a Kelly, so if I don't look like
Like you're paying attention.
Because she's not.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
Oh, excuse me.
Damn, get any on you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is.
it's just sound effects, honestly.
Okay.
It literally, that one can't hurt us. Unchargeable motor.
So, have you guys
No.
Not lately.
and heard of Zona Easter Shoe?
No.
The fuck is that? No.
This is, as I was flipping the diaper the other day.
Oh God.
I
I
know.
flipped enough of that to find out that about Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go there?
But this was this was
Oh, nice.
this was one of those things that came up under those, the weird facts.
Okay.
And this one actually sparked my interest. This is somebody actually went to court and they used a ghost's testimony to convict this person.
So are we using a Ouija board? That's the only thing I'm getting.
Let's get into the article, and thank you for research, bitch, for pulling this up. You sent me like 5 copies, 5 different, and I went through and found the longest one.
Was that the 800 freaking articles that we got the other day?
No, he sent it to me personally.
Oh, I was like, there's like 800 of them sitting on the group chat, and I'm like,
yeah, no, that was from Drink Bitch.
Yeah, I had.
She needs to learn how to use personal messages for that one.
Because I didn't even.
I know, I didn't either.
Something I posted that caught my.
I looked at it and I went, oh, okay, and just.
Normal.
I did.
So we're going.
My bad.
Back to 1897.
Almost the year you were born.
Ooh. Ooh.
I better watch out.
Why? If he doesn't.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer. We will get that. We'll get that sent out and see if we can get it on the page for you. She sent us the link for GoFundMe for her helping with that. So here we go.
Let me get up and do shit. I guess I'm not.
Okay.
So if you can send me.
Do not put her to sleep on my couch.
Why not? I about fell asleep on your couch.
Because then we're going to draw things on her forehead.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I got paint.
I'll draw something right here on her cheek.
I got paint. You can make an imprint. Just let us leave first.
That's fucking weird.
Hey, just clean the couch up when you're done, bro. That's all I ask. And don't forget your free handy dandy orgasm stick. A handy dandy orgasm stick. I am never going to look at a wood back scratcher the same way.
Mushroom stamp.
A tea bag.
A tea bag. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of those.
So do I.
Alright, so here we go.
What is it? Lavender and chamomile?
Okay. Back in 1897, when Trout Shue, S-H-U-E, snapped the neck of his wife, Zona Hester Shue, the green guy, a drink, I'll call it on myself.
Oh. Gonna be one of these next time.
Greenbrier ghost, he believed his troubles were over. I'm putting an ice cube.
Okay.
He didn't know it at the time, but the ghost of his murdered wife had 2 accomplices, his mother-in-law and his ex-wife, who ensured he remained haunted for the remainder of his short life spent in a West Virginia penitentiary. I'm already seeing issues with this.
Was it you that sent it, or was it
me?
That you?
Sent what?
Okay. Let's see here. Now, Trout Shue did not get a fair trial. He wasn't convicted on the circumstantial evidence prosecution. It was a ghost story, a rumor everyone knew, the jury included. The defense had taken the story down. They failed, and Trout Shue was shipped off to prison based on spectral evidence banned since the Salem witch trial. I know, this is interesting. It doesn't mean he wasn't guilty either. It just means that people believed the ghost more than they believed him. Okay, now we're going to get into issues maybe with Facebook. With that, I don't know.
Navi, come here.
The Greenbrier Ghost was a popular folk tale in the hills and mountains of West Virginia, and it's certainly based on real people and a real murder. At the time, it was firmly believed to be true. The importance of the tale isn't lost on the state of West Virginia. Near her grave on the side of a mountain in West Virginia is a historic marker that makes West Virginia the only state to claim to have a murder trial reach conviction with the testimony of a ghost.
I can't say that's ever happened.
I can't either, and I've seen some pretty bizarre trials. I've got a job.
You know she lives in Spain now, right?
Yeah, she changed her name too.
But people still find her.
Gee, I wonder why. Because she doesn't have a jar of dirt.
You sure it's not Joe Dirt?
No, it's a jar of shit.
No, she left that on his bed. Kind of like somebody else we know. The marker reads, interred.
That's like that.
She just caught
I just
that.
caught that.
Wow! You might as well drink another one.
Yeah. The hysterical marker reads, interred in a nearby cemetery is Zona Hester Shue. Her death in 1897 was presumed natural until her spirit appeared to her mother and described how she was killed by her husband, Edward. An autopsy on the exhumed body verified the apparition's account. Edward, found guilty of murder, was sentenced to the state prison. Only known case in which testimony from a ghost helped convict the murderer. So apparently, the ghost went to the mother, and the mother turned him in.
But
I'm assuming they would have
they
to touch the
recounted
sound
the
line.
exact happenings from the ghost and somebody else.
Yeah.
And it confirmed.
Yeah.
That's odd to me.
It is, but I'm not sure on that. Well, let's see what else it says.
That's not good.
Oh, okay, so here's a picture of them. Oh, wait, it's West Virginia. Okay, that explains a lot.
Well, that explains a little bit.
I don't think the family tree branches. Yeah, I know. She's got that. Baby, can't say it.
That's what it looks
Due to copyright reasons.
like.
They were used to death, and there was always a lot of it about.
I have to look up something.
Okay, in the mountains, people believed in ghosts. They were used to death as there was always a lot of it about. The line between this world and the next can be blurry in a mountain mist. The dead cross over, and most people knew it. It was just accepted. You hear it in the folk songs, the fiction, and from the storytellers. The folk tale is a living thing, which each generation the story grows. Facts are secondary to a good story. It's true. And the Greenbrier Ghost is a good story. The good-looking drifter with a secret history of spousal abuse and murder blows into the country and sweeps a young lady with a checkered past off her feet. Her mother's intuition screams, beware, but her daughter doesn't listen. A few months later, they're burying the daughter in the frozen ground of a West Virginia cemetery. Okay, then. Her death attributed to natural causes, her ghost appears to her mother, tells her that she was murdered and how she was murdered, and to go to the sheriff and tell on him. The mother does just that. The body's exhumed, and they find the mother's story is corroborated. The husband is arrested and brought on trial. That's the defense blunders in attacking her mother and the story of the ghost in court, trying to poke holes in it. It backfires, and the jury believes the mother's ghostly tale. The husband is sent to prison, where he dies a few years later during an epidemic. But the truth is darker tale than that. Okay, here it goes. Now it gets a little bit more into it. But let's think about this for a minute here. I've heard of a lot of bizarre shit, not only in doing our show, but I have to admit, I think this is the first time I've ever heard this. Have you ever found anything like this? Wait, there's more. What?
I was curious about this.
Okay.
So I did some digging just a few seconds ago. Obviously, it's not deep dive or anything. Some mediums' testimony can be admissible in court.
Okay.
So it is possible. I feel like it's weird, but they have to have the story has to be corroborated prior to them taking.
Right. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't happen, but I guess that depends on where you fall on the whole do you believe it aspect of it.
Who's the famous medium right now?
Not John Edwards.
There's Amy from Death Files.
Amy
Really?
I forget what her.
My hand was there first.
Yeah, technically my ass was first.
Alright, well, I'm going to keep going while you guys. Zona Hester Shue was born at the foot of Little Swell Mountain.
Amy Allen?
Yeah.
A bit north of Meadow Bluff. As far as we know, Zona never left Greenbrier County. The middle child with 4 brothers raised in a God-fearing home. Not much is known about her short life. It's not for her life that she's remembered, but for her afterlife. Today, Greenbrier County is still far removed from the hustle and bustle of city life, with a population of about 34,000 spread out over 1,000 square miles, mostly mountainous, with steep valleys, dense and dark woods, and winding streams. On the map, it doesn't look like there's much distance between towns, but that can be an illusion. In reality, a little piece on the map might be filled with a mountain, and those towns weren't that large to begin with, sometimes nothing more than a few scattered farmhouses. Man, this article is like all over the place. Nature could feed you as there was wildlife in abundance. The drawback is that some of that wildlife could kill you, so you turn to farming, but the land is rocky and steep, still you can raise a family and make a living barely. The weather isn't your friend. Spring and autumn are gorgeous. Summer is oppressive, humid, to the point of saturation. Winter can kill you with the cold, ice, and snow.
So every place in Wisconsin. Okay.
Pretty much. Life was tough, and there was almost as many ways to die as there were people. Paramount among those being disease, which folks would talk about like it was a person. For death could strike swiftly like a knife in the back and spread almost as fast. It wasn't unheard of for a person to wake up healthy and be dead by dark.
And Sydney causes another.
Chicago.
No, medium.
Mm-hmm. For a newborn, the chance of reaching adulthood was far less likely than today. If you are a parent wanting to raise a family, it paid to have a lot of children.
No, did it?
Childbirth. I'm never having children again, but.
When epidemics swept through an area, as it did every few years, it struck the very young and the old at the heart, very old the hardest. Okay, so you got to keep populating to keep the population up. I get it.
My hoo-ha would fall out after so many. Get the fuck out of here.
Your children aren't just your pride and joy, but an essential.
Drink.
I really thought she said something else. How about WFD? Moving forward. Because I could just hear her saying that in school.
Only you.
Yeah.
Couldn't see her.
That would be a bad.
I would have been worried about her asking Echo at home what the heck is that clothes.
Alright, let's see here. Where were we? When you reached adulthood, you were expected to go out and find your own way. If you were one of the superfluous kids that stood to inherit a farm, daughters were married off, for marriage was still one way to grow the family's reputation and standing, not to mention the number of acres. When you grow up in a small town and live in a small town, the little piece of geography becomes your whole world. Time and progress moves slowly, and when that happens, it feels like your life is flying past or dragging slow. Well, gee, thanks for just, fucking...
Drawing it out?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't write the article.
I didn't either.
In such an isolated... Well, see, we've learned a little bit about the ghost and what happened. Now we're going through this whole long spiel about West Virginia.
West Virginia is just as boring as anything else.
And how the genetics don't branch out of the family tree. And they're pretty much all related, because it just said so, basically, in a nutshell, in what I've just read so far.
You get married off to whoever.
Right, you could be second cousins, you could be third cousins.
You don't know.
That's what gypsies are like. You could be a cousin, a first cousin, whatever, and they have to be married off by, 18.
This is true.
And the thing is, gypsies are still around today. They still are in different parts of the country.
Do they still have the traditional gypsies?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I've always thought the Amish were cool. You know.
Not so technological.
I mean, they're. I don't know.
Their livelihood is pretty decent, but they do get married off just like they would at home.
Right.
As gypsies would. However, your Amish community starts to dwindle down to families.
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to be marrying a cousin.
If you choose to stay with
Yeah.
By
and I think a lot of them are actually moving out of.
Usually roughly about 15, 16
Was
days
it
have an opportunity.
Oh, fuck, it almost sounds like Braunschweiger, but it's like rum.
I want to say rum chata, but that's wrong too.
No, that's rum. It's like rum Springer or...
Rum Sprung, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, where when they turn 16, they can go out.
They get 6 months to do what they want or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they come to the understanding, you either come back or you're completely out.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of them won't go back in.
No. Well, no, man. We got electricity. We got video games. We got...
But some still do go back because they're like, you know what? It is family.
Hi, Jamie.
And it shows.
Yeah, but I mean, is it enough?
Cooler Tits is on.
Hi, Cooler Tits.
Hi.
Is there enough of them coming back? Oh, no, wait. They're Amish. They keep pumping out kids.
Oh, yeah. They don't believe in birth control, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's true.
You can have a kid.
So would they be the
year.
original Mormons?
Mormons have more than one wife.
Amish have more than one child.
Just one child, yeah. They're not gonna fuck their kid.
You saying Mormons do that?
If they chose to, they can, yeah.
Okay, now
that depends on the Mormon.
Yep.
Because Jeffrey something, I can't remember his name, he was originally a Mormon. And then he decided to marry his wife, which later married his daughter and got her pregnant.
Wasn't it Warren Jeffs?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he wanted to keep it in the family, and then she left. And then she did that whole show about keeping Mormons or something like that.
Okay.
Where she was saving kids just like that, getting them out. Because she knew it was wrong. But it is very fucking common for Mormons. Just like they don't consider premarital sex if you're naked and she's naked, laying on top of each other. It's in the hole, but you're not moving, but you have another person jumping on the bed to move.
You know, you're not the only one that's told me that.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's not premarital sex at that point.
So what you're saying is...
It'd be like, you and Janelle...
Drink bitch and I can go in there. I can butt-ass naked. I can slide in there. And as long as... But somebody else can come and bounce the bed.
Yeah.
Or I could vibrate the bed.
Yeah.
And it would not be considered premarital sex.
Don't give him any ideas.
I ain't giving him any ideas.
It's weird. It's not premarital sex. They call it something else. But I can't remember what it's called.
What us normal people would call it would be statutory rape.
That's true.
Normal.
I mean,
Normal.
I gotta find a way to make the bed vibrate.
Easy. The cat purrs loud enough, makes the whole bed vibrate. You fart loud enough, you make the bed vibrate.
I'm not technically thrusting.
Well, if you fart,
you know those
butt powers,
those massage guns, the black ones.
I have one.
Put it on the bed. Why is it? Just saying.
I have one. Don't you?
no.
You don't
So
have to worry
stop
about it.
giving him ideas.
You just have to put it on the top of the bed and let it only against the wall. The thing's gonna have a lot of power to keep you guys going.
I need a water bed.
No.
That'd be great.
And once you get it started, it don't stop.
They don't
Man,
make
we have a
water beds like they used to. They're not that just one.
I know
big
they're not the
color.
full motion
It's
anymore.
tubes.
I can't do it.
We pop one.
That before or after you put your head through the wall.
No, that fucking tube one sucks.
Yeah.
It really does.
I'd love to have a water bed, but I can't because I got the cat.
Oh yeah, that kind of goes.
And we don't need a flood dumpster.
Yeah, but then I'd have a pool.
Explain that to them.
I'll tarp down. We put the
No.
water mattress, we put the bed in there, and then if it pops, all we do is get the pool floaties. And that way the cat won't be able to fuck with us in the middle of the night.
No, she'd still jump off at the top and the rest of her onto your side of the bed.
No, she just come knocking at my door.
Again.
I was thinking, obviously a fitted mattress, and then put a tarp on underneath, so that way when the water comes, it's still
So
pushing
many
it up.
ideas. Lori, if you're still watching, no.
Lori, remind me in the morning to show Mark my idea.
No.
Just saying.
No.
I'm pretty sure someone has one of those old ass water beds though.
Well, we have the frame.
I'm just saying someone's gotta have the water. I'm gonna say it.
The mattress.
It's like a tarpish mattress. But
It's a mattress. It's a water bladder.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm
A
gonna do some
ginormous
research.
bladder.
I'm gonna do some research.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to keep going with this. In such an isolated area, your neighbors and kin were your social safety net. You knew everybody's name and their family history. Your family name can make or break you, and your reputation is everything. Your name is how you get a loan when the crops don't make it. It's what convinces a parent to let their daughter marry you. And it's not just your name, but your family names that gets blackened when things turn hard.
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, we are talking about West Virginia. Like I said, it
And they
just
need to
basically...
shower a little bit better.
Huh?
They turn black. They need to take a shower a little bit better.
All right. Oh, now we're getting back into it. Okay. And in 1895, things turned bad for Zona Hester Shue, who was about 21 or 22 years old. She had given birth to a child out of wedlock with a man named George Woodridge. One writer said it was a bozzy buggy ride. Boozy, but whack fuck drink.
Drink. Or WFD.
Oh, yeah. A boozy ruggy. Try this again. A boozy buggy ride. Hey, I got it.
Yay!
PBR. Hopped up on moonshine and hormones.
Oh, gee,
What
that's
was
the mom.
possibly gone wrong?
George didn't have any money, not much of a job, and couldn't support a wife, let alone a wife and a kid. And according to the story, wasn't even sure if it was his. So, George avoided the shotgun and the minister. Strongly attractive and from the looks of her photo, rather intense, it would have been easy for Zona to have been cast out from the community. Perhaps she went to stay with a relative for the last few months, or just stayed on the farm rather than visiting her cousins in Falling Springs, 10 miles or so across the county. Whatever happened, there are no documented reports of the baby beyond its birth. It simply vanishes. And then it brings up Ancestry.com.
What the fuck?
Zona was the apple of her daddy's eye till the mother apple got a worm in it.
Okay.
It was up to the mother to straighten out the wayward daughter and, if possible, keep her reputation intact till she could be married off and no longer her parents' worry. After all, Zona had kept her baby. If Zona kept her baby, it would have been up to her parents to feed it and likely raise it. They could barely make ends meet. The last thing they needed was another mouth to feed and a black mark on the family's reputation. Zona's mother, Mary Jane Hester, was by all reports an upstanding, God-fearing, and it should be added, strong-willed woman. Their home in the shadow of Little Sewell Mountain was quite a ways from the nearest big town. It was a rugged life, and Zona felt confined there. It's believed that Zona had used to visit her cousins on her mother's side in Falling Springs, now known as Renick, about 25 miles away. It wasn't the city, but it wasn't at the foot of the mountain either. She already learned the hard way bad boys are more fun, but she likely had enough bad boys who lacked a decent job. And so Zona fell for a blacksmith.
What's wrong with the blacksmith?
Oh, nothing. But I'm feeling that there's too much crap in this that really, it's like a lot of filler. All right, that's enough. You know, there's like a lot of filler in this that doesn't
Need to be there.
right. But I mean, it sounds like it's
Nevaeh.
What doesn't belong here?
it's there's too much. I just want to know about the ghost and everything. I don't need the whole, you know, I am my uncle's brother's cousin's dad.
Yeah, confuse me.
No. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh, that's what it sure fucking should be.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
I'm sitting here looking up water bikes.
Erasmus Dribbling Shoe, known as Trout, was in his early 30s when he showed up in Greenbrier County back in 1895. Tall and muscular with trembling lips and piercing eyes, which were said to turn black with anger, he turned Zona's knees to jelly.
Okay.
Different.
Yeah. Shoe was born in Mossy Creek over in Fayette County, which explains a lot. The son of Jacob Shoe, a respected blacksmith, and Trout followed in his father's trade. Some years later, Jacob Shoe moved his family to Droop Mountain, which borders Greenbrier County. Oh, I love some of the names of these places. 34 years earlier, it was the site of one of the most important battles of the Civil War to have taken place in West Virginia soil. The battle still haunts the mountains of West Virginia. While Trout was living there with his parents, a retired logger who went by the name of Edgar Walton decided to spend the night in what is now Droop Mountain State Park. After building a fire near a Confederate cemetery, Walton saw before him a headless ghost of a soldier buzz past him. And he's not alone. Other visitors to the park are reporting hearing battle noises, as well as screams and wailing, and visible apparitions of the soldiers. Oh, Jesus, why did they... Okay. Today these stories are scrutinized, while in Shoe's day they were accepted more regularly. Even Trout wouldn't likely have been a believer. Ghosts were questioned, as they are now, as these were a poor and often uneducated population. They hadn't learned to be skeptics yet, and that would prove to be Shoe's undoing. Oh my God!
One has to have an open mind, free the mind.
Yeah, but it's just there's so much crap in this story.
The way it's written.
So basically, what they're trying to do
Is set the stage.
is set it, but explain that it's a very poor population. This is why it was accepted back in the day.
Yeah, back then.
And honestly, they're not going to believe it too much now.
Right. Alright, here we go. Alright, according to the Greenbrier ghost legends, Trout was a mystery, as Pocahontas County is described as having been another world apart from Greenbrier in those days. He took work as a blacksmith in a shop belonging to James Crookshanks. It wasn't long before his path crossed Zona's. So what I'm seeing they're doing is they're taking some of the history and throwing in some
Folklore.
Yeah. Okay. In Trout Shoe, Zona found a release for her passion, as well as a stability in that it was more than a drunken one-night stand.
Sex? That's what she had a passion for, is sex?
Apparently, in him, she found a release for her passion. Shu had a real job, and to everyone around them, it was obvious that they were deeply in love.
Sex.
To begin with, Shu was about a decade older than Zona, and he had been married before, most recently to 16-year-old Lucy Ann Trick.
Well, did she get too old for him?
Apparently. No, but she was 21 or 22 when they met. But he married a 16-year-old, apparently. Or had previously, yeah, I know.
Just you.
During the trial, the talk around Greenbrier County was that Lucy was only 16, and immediately after the wedding, they settled on Droop Mountain. About 6 months later, she was dead under mysterious circumstances. The explanation usually given is that while working on the chimney, Shu dropped a brick which landed on her head.
So he killed her by dropping a brick on her head. Just saying.
Wait a minute here. This seems far-fetched, as she died on February 11th, 1895.
Go eat your...
A person doesn't typically do masonry on a chimney when you live in the mountain in West Virginia in the coldest parts of winter.
A lot of people like it.
In reality, there likely isn't any mystery about Lucy Ann Tritt's death. When a girl married at that age and immediately left the county, there was bound to be talk that she was pregnant. Her death less than 8 months later is then quite logical and likely occurred during childbirth. That no child is spoken of means it probably didn't survive, and both mother and child were buried in an unmarked grave in the same cemetery where Shu's family is interred.
Which means they're forgotten.
Right.
Don't like to be forgotten.
Swept under the rug. Just like Epstein didn't kill himself.
Exactly.
Hey, so, speaking of that, you know, his partner, Christine, hasn't really surfaced very much.
She didn't kill herself either.
I don't know where she's at. She hasn't surfaced.
God, that's okay. Keep going. I'm in this for the long haul. Okay, let's see. Okay. After her death, the official narrative says that Trout decided to move to Greenbrier County, a complete stranger, to escape his past. But in truth, he was moving back to Greenbrier and confronting his past head on. What no one seems to catch is that Shu was already in the county when he married Lucy, who lived in Greenbrier, less than 7 miles southwest from Zona's family home. Certainly close enough that there was anything sensational, they'd be familiar with Trout's name. Makes sense. The 1880 U.S. Census has Lucy living with her parents, Isaac Tritt, a farmer, and his wife Elizabeth, along with 6 brothers and sisters. She was 9 years old at the time, which makes her nearly a decade older than she's portrayed in the folktale. Okay, this is just getting weirder.
It's weird. I don't know about that.
By now, the geography of the story is shaping up. Zona's family lived a few miles north of Meadow Bluff, about 20-some-odd miles to the northeast from the county seat of Greenbrier County, Lewisburg. So his first wife lived deep into Greenbrier, and it can be safely assumed he lived near at the time. Now I'm getting confused.
I'm off.
Yeah, so am I. But hold on, it gets better. North of Lewisburg, about 16 miles, is Falling Spring, now known as Redneck, near the Greenbrier River. It's another small collection of farms, but with more people than where Zona lived. Her uncle, Mary Jane Hester's brother, lived there, his wife and daughters, and Zona visited often. It can be assumed she traveled there with her family much of the way along the Midland Trail, which went right past the house where Zona would later be killed. The house was grand enough, and the man who built it notable enough that they surely would have recognized it and known the story behind it. After all, the town they were passing through was named for the man, Lindsay's Mill, which itself pretty much a part of the area known as Richards, named for the quality of the ground. Richlands, black buck drink.
Killing us here.
I know I'm also doing this nasally and have shit dripping down the back of my throat. Just past Richlands, you steer north to Falling Spring. You could travel from Meadow Bluff to Falling Spring on a horse in a few hours. By wagon or buggy, it was most of the day, as it was all dirt and often mud roads. These aren't necessarily towns as we know them, but scattered collections of housings often tied together by blood and marriage. Jesus Christ. Just north of Mary Jane's brother's farm in Falling Spring was land belonging to the McMillan family. One of the McMillan boys, Tinker, married Allie Estelin Cutlip. Wow! Who was 7 years his senior and appears to have been his first cousin. They'd grown up together and stayed in Falling Spring for the rest of their lives, raising a family along with their daughter Allie, with the daughter from Allie's first marriage to Trout Shoe. It is said Shoe told people he preferred to be called Trout, a nickname. One of the most popular ways for people to pick a nickname is to use the place from which they came. Just to the west of Falling Spring is Trout Valley. It's reasonable to assume that he came into Falling Springs from Trout Valley before meeting his first wife some years earlier. Oh my God.
There's a lot in this.
Yeah, but we're not done yet.
There's more.
Also consider this. The first families you come across when you leave Trout Valley are the McMillans, Allie Shoe's family. And just a few miles northeast of both Falling Spring and Trout Valley is Droop Mountain, where Shoe was raised. Come down off Droop Mountain into Greenbrier County from that direction, and what family do you run into first? The McMillans. Okay, I gotta stop for a minute here because I am
speculating that the town is small.
I
feel like this is just dragged on for no reason.
Well, it's like I said, it's giving us a little bit, then it's giving it a bunch of bullshit, and then it's giving us a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then it's giving us a bunch of bullshit, and it's going to give us a little bit more.
I'm who wrote this article. I don't think they would write it.
I don't think it's written very well at all. But I can see it's... I mean, and obviously it happened.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing in this article is a lot of double back and a lot of folklore.
Because I don't know.
If we look at it as this article is written from folklore, then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from current day standpoint, it don't make any fucking sense.
No.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
It does, but it doesn't.
This person all I had to say is more along the lines of back then it's more acceptable.
Right.
To accept a ghost than it is now. And here, let me tell you the story of XYZ. The ghost who put him in jail.
Right.
based on the testimony. I don't need to set the scene of 1987.
Yeah. Right.
In a small little ho-dum town.
Emphasis on ho.
Ho down, let's go.
When you scream ho down and your girlfriend hits the floor.
No, I am not going to hit the floor.
You might be a redneck. So we're going to take a break here for a minute. And in honor of us being on Tube of the U, our first major step in a while, we bought cookies for dessert. Frosted cookies.
Frosted cookies.
Oh, what are they laced with?
Whatever the fuck Walmart put in them.
That sounds about right.
So coming from Beloit Walmart,
Who knows?
You might get normal cookies. You might get cup cookies. You might get wheat.
Cookie frosting and sprinkles.
Nutty.
but now we know they didn't come from Florida, so they're not made with fish.
Yeah. Because I would be.
Or California, and then they'd be made with fish, but
Bees.
bees.
I'm allergic to that.
Oh, you give all them cookies.
No,
but you
I'm
walk
getting
right
there.
by me without giving me one.
Your Royal Highness.
I figured she was going to say something else.
Me too.
Hey, it is what it is.
I was gonna say high ass.
That sounds right.
There's a drink mix that I know and love.
You said that whole word.
Not they're dry, but they're good.
There's nothing wrong with sugar cookies, though.
No.
No.
No diabetes.
Mm-hmm. I could eat that whole fucking thing by myself.
Uh-huh.
Not thank you.
Well, I know I could too.
My pancreas is working.
Because, you know, every now and then you can stop podcast in the middle. Have a cookie. Or two.
Agreed.
See? I don't know, lately, I craved, out of the blue, honey roasted nuts.
You're pregnant.
No.
Honey, I crave thick soup, so I don't want to go.
Triplets?
Fuck no.
I have a magic cake.
Dude, if they're triplets, are they yours?
Or quad. Or sextuplets.
I don't know, I'll kill myself. Fucking got me pregnant.
Quintuplets.
Hell no.
Sextuplets.
Octuplets. That rage should be coming to get me during the morning hours of I've been helping feed.
I'd kill myself.
No, you wouldn't.
If I had fucking octuplets, fuck yes, I would. Be like, haha, Paul, figure it the fuck out.
No,
I'm calling it.
you'll just, come get me in the morning and I'll have to feed and change and bathe and probably get peed out again, but, normal.
I'd be dying. I don't know how the fuck people do it.
I could change diapers while eating. Don't faze me.
I'm just going ahead. I'm just kind of scrolling to see.
Kelly,
Yes.
I want you to look at something. Put your mic down.
And I cannot be blamed for this one.
Nope.
Because I'm looking at the nut. I'm like, why is this so low? I realized the motherfucker isn't a nut.
I cannot be blamed for this one.
Oh, I'm sure I'm loud enough for them to hear me.
The thing is, it's a little bit, and I'm like, that's not right. That's not Kelly. And then when I would talk around the same time, I'm like, oh, maybe there's just a delay. But then I'm watching you talking and not say a fucking word. I'm like, no, there's a problem
Yeah, okay. Now I gotta go back and find my. Oh my god. I gotta go back up and find. Okay, I'm only like a quarter of the way done with this. Oh my god. You know.
You picked the long one.
Yeah, let me.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, here's a faster one. Ah. Okay. Alright, so let's try this one here.
Oh, FYI, I did find $230
Actual waterbed?
actual waterbed on Amazon.
Water bread. Bread is with
So does those cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But fuck, they're good.
They're good.
Alright, so I just found.
Something.
No, I guess a research page sent me 3. This one looks like. Alright, so let's go to the Cliff notes. Because I still have like another 2 hours of reading on that. So here we go. Let's try this one.
Already?
Estimated reading time, 5 minutes.
Estimated reading time.
5 minutes top.
Maybe 10. But it's better than the 25. And I didn't
3
really
hours.
get anywhere. Alright. So, Green Guilty Ghost, Take 2. On January 23rd, 1897, Alva Zone Huster Shue of Lewisburg, West Virginia, a bride of 3 months, was found dead at the bottom of the stairs leading to the second floor of the log house where she lived with her new husband. Her body was discovered by a neighbor, a boy of about 11 years, who did chores for her. Her case remains to this day a one-of-a-kind event in the American judicial system, the only case in which the word of a ghost helped to solve a crime and convict a murderer. My God, this is going to be so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
A state highway marker several miles from the miles west of the town sums up Shue's amazing story. Interned in a nearby cemetery is Zona Hester Shue. Her death in 1897 was presumed natural until her spirit appeared to her mother to describe how she was killed by her husband, Edward. Autopsy on the exhumed body verified the apparition's account. Edward, found guilty of murder, was sentenced to state prison. Upon finding the dead woman, Andy Jones, the neighbor boy, ran back to his home where he informed his mother and then continued on to the blacksmith shop where Edward S. Shue was working. When told of the situation, Shue appeared in great anguish, ran to his home, gathered his dead wife into his arms, and directed local doctor and coroner Dr. George W. Knapp be called. All during this time, Shue held Zona's head in his arms. After a brief examination, Dr. Knapp concluded that Zona died of an everlasting faint, i.e. a heart attack.
Okay.
The body was prepared for burial, with Shue assisting in the preparation of her body for burial and placing her in the casket, always handling her head. He placed a folded sheet on one side of her head and an article of clothing on the other side of her head, which he said would make her rest easier. In addition, he tied a large scarf around her neck and explained tearfully that it had been Zona's favorite. Okay. Zona was taken to the home of her mother, Miss Mary Jane Hester, on nearby Big Sewell Mountain. When the casket was opened, Shue always remained at the head of the casket. The next day, her body was buried in the little cemetery on the hilltop. Nothing more was thought of the death other than the usual of us. Nothing more was thought of death other than that usual for a sudden death of anyone. So basically, they didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
It happened.
It happens.
Right, even though she's like really young and.
Well, you also got how many diseases.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Vaccines back then.
That's true. Within a month of the burial, however, the dead girl's mother was telling neighbors that Zona's spirit had appeared 4 nights in a row to accuse the blacksmith of her violent death, to tell on him.
Okay.
To set the record straight about her dying, Shue had been abusive and cruel, she said, and had attacked her in a fit of rage, savagely breaking her neck. Word spread quickly that these visions had convinced Mary Jane that the husband, who called himself Edward, but was really named Erasmus Stribling Trout Shue,
That's a fucking
and
name.
was known as Trout, and killed her daughter. Mary
that would make sense why he protected the egg.
Yeah, no shit. Mary Heaster and her brother-in-law, Johnson Heaster, went to Lewisburg. I don't know. Went to Lewisburg prosecutor John A. Preston, who first disbelieved the story, but after several hours of questioning Mrs. Heaster, became convinced there was basis for an investigation. Dr. Knapp was consulted, and he agreed that it might have been mistaken in his diagnosis. An investigation into Shue's background revealed that he had served a term in the penitentiary and been married twice previously, and both wives had died under strange circumstances.
Guilty.
Someone's got some issues with wives.
Right. One wife was supposed to have died from a broken neck when she fell from a haystack.
Okay, that's plausible.
Oh, but wait, it gets better. The other wife died while helping Shue to repair a chimney. He was on top of the chimney, and his wife was placing rocks in the basket with a rope attached to it. And as the basket was drawn up, the basket turned and dropped the rock on the head of his wife.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's better than a brick. An exhumation order. Exhumation was ordered, and an inquest was assembled. The Greenbrier Independent reported that Trout Shue vigorously complained about the exhumation, but it was made clear to him that he would be forced to attend the inquest if he did not go willingly. In rebuttal, he replied that he knew that he would be arrested, but they would not be able to prove I did it. This careless statement indicated that he at least had knowledge of his wife had been murdered.
You don't say that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're guilty.
The autopsy findings were quite damning to Shue. An independent report on March 9th said that the discovery was made that the neck was broken and the windpipe mashed. On the throat, there were marks of fingers indicating that she had been choking. The neck was dislocated between the first and second vertebrae. The ligaments were torn and ruptured. The windpipe had been crushed at a point in the front of the neck.
He just crushed her neck. I don't know what
shit.
you're talking about.
The findings were made public at once, upsetting many in the community. Shue was arrested, charged with murder, and taken to jail in Lewisburg, where he was held until his indictment by a grand jury and trial in June. On June 22nd, 1897, the jury returned a verdict of guilty after only 1 hour and 10 minutes of deliberation. The accounts in the Independent make it clear that Shu was convicted of the murder of his third wife on circumstantial evidence and not because of a ghost's testimony. He was sentenced to life in the state prison. Following a foiled lynching attempt a few days later, he was taken by train to the state prison in Moundsville, where he died on the 1st of March, 1900. Okay, that one was probably a little bit better.
That makes a lot more sense than what we just fucking read.
Yeah.
Well,
it was trying to do the what the fuck.
but like I said, it was that first one was a whole lot of
nonsense
folklore
mixing in, and it wasn't going well.
I mean, I was following it a little bit, but like I said, there's a lot of filler in this shit that didn't
need to be.
Even if we were filling, even trying, okay, let's just be honest, it was still a struggle. If you weren't 100% paying attention.
Right, and I was 100% paying attention. I was reading it, and I got lost.
I had to put my phone down for a minute. I'm like, okay, let's try this again.
How do you think I felt?
And you were reading it, and my brain was like,
Ramble.
I can't do this.
I can't do it either. That's why So sometimes longer isn't always better.
Like Michelle, or Joe Nichols, size matters some days.
What?
Nothing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Country song. Size matters some days.
Why does my fucking... I don't need that. I need to find the fucking link. End of the damn show, because it's getting to be time. My phone's being a thing.
I feel like that's more of a personal issue.
Well, no, I'm just...
Yeah, you have Florida news?
No, I didn't have any Florida news today.
I neither. I'm finding anything.
In here, I was worried this whole time about me blowing my nose in the mic. And my mic wasn't even on. And now my mic is on. And everybody can hear me blowing. And you gave her a cookie, and she just ground that all into the fucking couch.
Yeah, well. Not like it's not back in the older.
So,
Remember.
Tech bitch, what you doing on Sunday, man?
Hopefully not a damn thing.
I know, it's our day.
Said he was doing laundry.
No, it's Father's Day on Sunday.
I cooked for Mother's Day.
Well, that's not my fault. Dude, wait a minute, you didn't cook for her on Mother's Day?
I cooked.
What the fuck did we have on Mother's Day?
Steak. Because I wanted it. And you said you cook it.
I did cook yours.
And then I cooked everybody else's too.
Yeah, but he cooked yours.
That doesn't...
It still doesn't count for it. I hate to say it.
If I have to cook that day.
On her day.
On my day. It doesn't matter who gets what. I still cooked. He cooked my steak the day before because he got a new toy.
I got a meat stick.
So he wanted to play around with it.
A meat stick.
That's what it's called.
And he wanted to play around with it. Okay, then.
And you wonder why your daughter deep throats hot dogs and you're playing with a meat stick.
And I give his
Literally.
orgasm.
The fuck is a meat stick?
It's the meat stick.
It's called the
It's
meat
a
stick.
It's a Bluetooth
It's not loaded.
thermometer.
Oh, okay.
Called the meat stick.
Okay. I have one of those too. It's called an Inkbird. Okay. I know what a meat stick is. Yeah. Anyway.
Moving on.
It's called the meat stick.
Inkbird is so much nicer and easier. You know, it doesn't have the connotations of meat stick. No stick detected. Please turn on your stick. Oh, okay.
I know there's nothing.
Why did this fucking thing jump back?
I don't know. It just said, will it knock off?
Yeah, no shit. Ooh. It's a meat. So. Alright, well, I think we'll wrap up the shit show because we have to get up early in the morning for a change. We're going down to see my dad for Father's Day tomorrow.
I was gonna say, you're always getting up early.
A little earlier than normal on my weekends. And I'm used to him having to work on Saturdays.
I don't work tomorrow.
Holy shit.
I know.
What'd you do, swap with somebody or just say you're not going to work on a Saturday?
No, actually, there's no work.
Oh, wow.
Let him have it.
I'll take it.
He's
I know
gotta
you.
go down to fucking Men's Warehouse to get that shit sorted with his cousin. Then he's got to help me move somebody else's bed after 4 p.m.
Virgil wants to come over in the morning.
So,
Virgil's going to come over?
like every other fucking weekend? Yeah.
I thought he wasn't coming over anymore.
He lives at our house, basically. What do you mean? We share custody of Virgil.
Oh, okay.
It's a custody thing.
It's a custody agreement. He goes to his girlfriend's during the week. On weekends, he comes to his cousins. It's an agreement I never agreed to, but it's a custody agreement that we have. And I don't get child support, and no the fuck do I pay for it.
So you're golden.
Does he at least bring
child support? You don't get child support.
Does he at least bring his own food?
No.
He does cook.
He does cook once in a while. He had to make...
But he uses your food.
No. Well,
technicality, he did last time.
He did last time, but he also brought his own.
Because he wanted to make these pizza lasagna roll-up things.
Yeah,
It tastes pretty good, but it was weird.
And spaghetti tacos aren't.
Fish tacos.
Okay. Spaghetti tacos with the actually like the orange Dorito shells aren't actually that bad.
Can you buy the orange Dorito shells?
Yeah.
Well, I could see because it's nacho cheese. It's more.
Yeah. You can put it in a regular.
No, beef. Watching the fishes.
The regular shells, they're not that bad, but it tastes better with the juice. Doritos.
Okay.
And they're gluten free.
Oh,
like you care about that lately.
No, I mean I'm
no,
paying
her
for
stomach.
it.
One of these nights, I'm gonna feed her.
Oh God! And the gas
not-
tax will be nearby.
Thing is, you have to do it before he goes away to college. In August.
When in August?
25th, leaves.
Well, we got all those pork chops.
Mm-hmm.
Next time they come over.
Just drop ass. He hates it.
We
He
can make
despises it.
And you have unlimited supply of chewable gas and regular gas.
Oh no, I'm gonna hide those.
No, because you're gonna need them.
But what we're gonna do is I can make them.
Paul won't eat mushrooms.
Try to make it last.
I could try. It'll be have to let me know when you're doing this, so that way I can make sure it's a short fucking time.
Okay.
Our roommate has a wonderful scented spray that you smell there, right?
No.
We'll just aim the fan and we'll spray behind the fan and it'll shoot it that way.
We were just talking about you.
Oh shit.
Wash.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Must smell.
Should smell like pine.
They do. After I put the soap on, I'm like, why does it smell like fucking pine? So I actually picked it up and I'm like, oh, well, that'd be the reason.
See why?
No matter how good the soap smells, never walk out of a restroom smelling your hands.
I've done it.
Yeah, I know. I feel better.
It'll be worse.
I'm still waiting for him to take my suggestion and get Doctor's Watch.
I have enough fucking soap in there right now.
He's got so much stuff he doesn't want to do with.
I bought 2 bars. I've got the charcoal stuff that my dad gave me. I've got 2 bars from from Kaufman's that are homemade that I've been using. The Ocean Breeze or whatever that thing.
How long did those bars last you?
That was my first time buying one like that.
Okay. Let me know.
I'm still on the strawberry milkshake one.
Yeah, that one's.
But I haven't looked full.
No, I just bought like the half.
Oh.
No, the little ones.
Little square one. Depends on how often you use it, I guess.
And how often you take a shower?
Every day. Literally every day.
Well, yeah, you deal with concrete.
Exactly.
I think half his head is right.
Make the money work, don't I? Money talks.
Enough to support her.
Yeah, I know.
And the tricycle motors.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's why she had 2 jobs at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, wait, that's for the wedding.
I did just get a raise,
I got a raise too. Want to sip of that here?
I'm hopefully getting a raise tonight after you guys leave.
Who brings home more?
I pay 2 different state taxes, bitch.
You shouldn't.
The firm, I have fought with them saying that I work in that state, but I shouldn't be paying that because I live in this state.
Right.
They said no. Has been for the past few years. I've been paying it since I started.
So you get double back on taxes.
What am I doing? I call it my forced security fund. Forced saving fund.
You know, I got thinking about something at work today.
Uh-oh.
And, you know, everybody refers to going to work as being in prison.
No, that's a school.
Well, but you know,
I'd rather go to school than work.
I know, I understand that, but when you jump departments, would that be considered a prisoner exchange?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got thinking about the shit I think about while I'm supposed to be working. Damn, I've been an exchange prisoner 3 times since I've been in there.
Same company.
Yeah. Yeah. Prisoner exchange.
I feel that.
I know, right?
But the thing is, I transferred one
Kitchen
sitting
counter.
there for a while.
There's a hand towel up there.
transferred one
Wasn't
department
me.
that I would stop getting yelled at in to a department that doesn't get yelled at, but wanted to progress my stuff within that business to a department that I get yelled at, but I can actually say something back without the
That's
swearing.
That's
Just
kind of
being
a win-win. You can yell back
sometimes.
and not get in trouble.
Oh my god, my boss caught me one day literally yelling at somebody on the phone. I thought sure I was fired. But they pulled the call and they're like, how are you supposed to talk over this? Like, why do you think I was yelling? They're like, you didn't say anything wrong. I'm like, no shit. But it was when someone's that heated and you're trying to like make a point and they won't shut the fuck up, you have to go over. I'm like, can I talk?
Nope.
No. Good.
No.
Okay.
You done yet? You done yet?
Oh, they could hear it.
Oh, I know, but I'd just be like, are you done?
No.
We gotta be nicer. May I speak? May I speak?
Would you please tell me if you're done?
No. Never done.
Oh, please enlighten me when you are done.
Gosh, says so nicely, but you know it's coming out like fire.
Oh, I know. I just, because sooner or later they're going to run out of breath,
Hi, Lori.
or their voice is going to hurt, and they're going to crack, and they're going to die, and they'll go hoarse.
I hope they do.
I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to deal with John Q. Public anymore. It's so much nicer.
Now dealing with the public is nicer.
I mean, in all the years I worked retail fast food, it's like you always pray, you want that one day where you could treat customers like they treat you.
For real.
There's only a couple times I've had it.
I hate people, but I really enjoy customer service.
For the most part.
Customer service is not a bad position. However, it's the Karens that make you hate your job.
Yeah.
But if you are like me, and if you really, I have told a Karen I have told people to go fuck themselves without saying go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
And you get some of those Karens that come in and they just start bitching, and you roll with it. And in the end, they walk out confused
and unhappy anyway.
and unhappy, and you're just like, you didn't lose. I did that once, and my coworker told me to go fuck herself without saying go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta be key on that too, because it's like, unfortunately, there's not much I can do to help you. I can suggest things for you, but I ain't gonna be able to help you anywhere.
Right.
And then they get mad, and it's like, well, I do apologize, but there is nothing I can do.
I am not a lawyer. I am not.
Not a lawyer?
I cannot give legal advice.
Nope. All I can say is what I can do, and that's absolutely nothing. So you can vent to me if you would like, but this conversation is gonna still end up being the same.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do what you do.
Some people.
So it'd be kind of interesting to see some of the shit that comes across your computer screen when people have disagreements.
It's not just disagreements, man.
I'm just
people
saying.
go to certain places.
Great lengths.
No. Go to certain places and don't realize how fucked up they get and how deep in debt they go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wish. Those are interesting conversations. And you have to sit there.
Especially if you're trying to hide it from your significant other. Just saying.
It's typically the significant other catches.
Usually.
Then it's our fault anyway. Like, I'm sorry. What did I do?
Nothing I said. It's right there in black and white.
Like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
But I mean, do you honestly, do you look at some of that shit that comes across your desk and you just go, really?
Yes. All day.
You spent how much? Where?
And why?
Because I'll go through it and I'm like,
do you really need it? No.
I work a certain dollar amount in a plus.
Yeah.
So it can turn nasty quick. But it's like, you did that. And I've got pictures. I feel like we're problematic here there, buddy.
Bankmaster 6000.
Oh my god.
Ash Blaster 7000.
There are
No.
There are some that I would have to say offline because I can't get caught saying it. Or
Okay.
I can't say it.
Right.
But man.
Things that make you go, huh?
Why?
The look of
Just why?
What in the actual fuck did you do has come through my mouth several times. And there's not much anybody can say. They're like, yeah, this is normal. I'm like, but why?
Because people have money.
And a burn in a hole.
God, that is the truth, though.
I mean, I've never really. I can be kind of frivolous with money. Not so much now as I used to be. But I can honestly. I don't think any of the shit that I bought would ever come across someone's desk and they'd go, what in the fuck?
Not like you go up to a local Walmart and get a shovel.
Unless you go to
lube and current.
You know, you spend $15,000 to $17,000 at a strip club one night. Yeah, that's gonna go across someone's mind like.
Well, that's easy. That's 2 lap dances and 3 drinks. Especially nowadays.
Fucking Christ, isn't it?
Especially nowadays. You know, it used to be a $3 cover and a $2 minimum, or 2 drink minimum, and the drinks used to be $6 a piece.
I couldn't tell you what lap dances are.
I couldn't either.
Last time I was at a strip club was when on 51, whatever it is now, used to be Diamond.
The bluest store.
When it was Diamond Jibs, I got trained to go there. And I lived in Watertown.
Oh, blue store, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been in there since it was Jim's either.
I don't know. I like how the building looks.
I know, it does
I've
kind of
never
look.
been in there.
I did pick up a stripper that worked there. And I took her to her doctor's appointment. Sorry, guys.
No, that's...
I literally went to my doctor's appointment. My cousin drove me because I couldn't see out of my eye very well at the time. And the girl was like, this is where they said to come to my appointment. And I'm at the hospital. I'm like, dude, let me just take you. For real. Jump in my van. We'll go across the street. It's no big deal. Cousin comes and she's like, so you just picking up random strangers? I'm like, So that
No, it's not a random stranger. It's a stripper that I picked up across the street.
I didn't actually know at the time she was a stripper. But she says, she comes up, yeah, I don't usually get in people's cars because of my profession. I'm like, so what's your profession? She goes, I'm a stripper. I'm like, oh, that's too mine. I'm like,
what about pimping your ride?
Right.
Sorry,
Really, there?
What?
His back crashed.
And bull frogs, I'm telling you.
That was my back. Oh, I feel better now. Damn couch making noise.
Not even in, it's a couch.
I tried to help you with another excuse. You're like, wait, what?
I know better. No
Okay,
jet
I
power yet.
tried.
You're not in bed yet, there.
Crystal actually picked up a stripper.
I picked up a stripper.
How funny is.
No.
And the worst part is, this stripper knew where I worked back when I had my second job. She knew who I worked with. I was like, well, this is very awkward.
Yeah.
For at least a 3 to 4 minute ride. This is fucking awkward.
Alright, I am restarting my phone because my phone is being...
A douche?
Yeah, it's being a canoe douche.
No Messenger had an update, right? But I just did all the updates. Where your apps?
I don't know. I did the phone update, but I haven't updated.
All your apps are updated for Facebook and shit. Thanks to me.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You sure?
I don't know. Probably
anything
not.
Probably not. Probably another one.
Yeah, this new phone syndrome. The hell is... Who's beeping? Okay.
How's the mother?
Okay.
My kid?
That looks comfortable position too, child. I'd have to be more upright, but that kind of looks comfortable.
Alright, so... As far as next week, folks, we have not decided yet. I turn 51 next Friday, so Crystal kind of leave it up to me if we wanted to do podcast or not, so we'll let you know by the midweek. We're going to go ahead and wrap up, because, yeah, it's about that time.
I'm letting him decide because it is his birthday.
Only comes once a year.
He'll be 51.
51.
Last.
Yep. And I'm doing the ultimate for my 51. I'm going to go shoot. I'm going to go shoot a full auto.
I'm glad that finally came out of your mouth.
And I almost said shit a full auto.
I don't know if that was shit or food a full auto.
Have you ever shot a full auto before?
Nope.
Keep it tight.
I've done binary.
Keep it tight.
I know. Well, I know.
Well, I mean,
the RSO will be there with us.
Yeah.
To show us the first couple shots to make sure we're comfortable before
you're shooting an MP5?
Yeah.
9?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as cool as the Saw, but hell, at this point, it's full auto. You know, it's something us civilians don't get to do much unless you have one.
You want, but you don't.
Shoot, I'll take a Saw all over again.
All I need is a third hole, buddy. Third hole in a paper. Well, I'll explain it later.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I'm not going there, though.
No, I'm not either. So anyway, check the page. We will have that GoFundMe out.
I have it up there already.
Oh, it's up there already?
I put it up.
Okay, Crystal, put it up there for Jennifer. If you can, any little bit helps. Again, they're dear friends of mine. We are considered family. I consider them family.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Well,
we got a warning on yours. Something in the middle.
Battery.
Oh.
What's that?
to continue recording. So the recording's done for, but the streaming's still going. I did a recording. So, fine.
Okay.
It's something new.
Okay.
It's a fuckery I don't understand.
Yeah. What level of fuckery is that?
I don't know.
The recording has stopped, but the stream is still going. That's all it is.
Okay.
At this point, it's up on Facebook, so... Or Facebook.
It's still on YouTube.
So, okay.
It's still being live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, too, bitch.
Okay.
Tech bitch.
We'll just call him Tubi Bitch.
That's my little golden Toby.
Although we have 0 people.
Of course. Well, we're still new.
Yeah, it's still new.
You know, we got to get it out there on our page. Share it with your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your enemies, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins.
And so forth.
Your boss.
And for all you Facebook people out there, go to YouTube, Whiskey, Wine, and True Crime.
All one
word.
All one word.
Crystal
That
for
was
that
my
one.
ear, Derek. That was my bad.
And you know what? If you really want to make it interesting and you want to get a raise at your job, tell HR about us.
Oh, yeah. I really wouldn't.
One of these days, I wouldn't be surprised if my old HR doesn't pop on. I'm still trying to get him to. He says he listens to us, but he's never seen one of the live shows.
Oh, dear Lord.
Apparently, his kids were in the car when he was listening.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Bad influence.
We're not a bad influence.
Better
We
a
can
bad
be used as an influence to show what not to do.
Yeah.
So that is not a bad influence.
Better a bad influence than no influence.
Right.
This is true. You know, we could all be influencers and just not know it. We might inspire somebody to get up, you know.
And try to come over to try and do yoga in the country.
Yeah. Good, stop that. I've been working today.
I worked more than you. Harder, too, probably.
I don't know. I had to fight to stay awake this morning at work. My God, I had that Chinese disease dragon ass all day. Oh, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Usually Fridays go pretty quick for me. But from 4 o'clock to 7:15, like that. And then from 7:30 to fucking noon when I left, molasses up the hill in January. It's just like, you know, I'm doing my work. I'm like, great, man. It's been an hour and a half. I look at my watch. It's been 5 minutes.
Yeah. For me, it was dragging all day.
Well, you being out
on the plus side, though, one of the coworkers, because I helped him out, because I poured some flat work for him. Hate doing fucking flat work. But we got done with what we call the berms.
Yeah.
So he bought 4 pizzas for her.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So that was appreciated.
Oh yeah. You know, here the company is. We had record profits this quarter, and yeah, here's a pizza.
Well, this came right off of his time.
Oh well, that's even better.
So I mean, he didn't. He was like, hey, look, you guys busted your ass. I'm gonna buy pizzas.
Nice.
It was like if we all worked in a company. Hey, look, you guys busted your ass here.
Yeah. Oh, I've done it. I've done it when I was a manager before.
Yeah.
It's like we get through a rush, and I'd give one of the, because I couldn't leave the store, I'd give one of the cronies my credit card, so he'd walk next door to Five Guys and get us a couple of shakes.
Yeah.
I worked with high school kids, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'd shit my dime, 6 or 7, couple of the Jamocha shakes and shit, because everybody loved them. It goes a long way.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You know? Anyway, happy Father's Day to everybody out there, and we will see you next weekend, possibly. We'll let you know. Tell your friends about us, Whiskey Wine True Crime, all one word, on YouTube. Have a great weekend, everybody. I think we need to redo the whole show now that my mic is on.
No, we do not.
I'll fall asleep right here, right? Till we leave.
No, you're taking her home. And stop. All right.